Hey y'all, it's Morgan. Welcome to my happy place. I've had a little break and I'm trying to get back in the groove. You can see we are having quite the rainy day. We've had a few of those now. We're having some of the effects from Harvey. We're just close enough to be out of danger, but annoyed by it. Although we are having enough flooding that there's some road closings locally. But anyway, so here's my little orchid hut, in the rain, and I'm trying to kind of monitor them because, of course, the overwatering could be an issue. Matter of fact, I just realized there's my little catasetum that has no roots, so I'm going to have to take that in pretty quickly, right there. So, yeah, I'll have to take him in. I had a bit of an injury when I was coming home from work the other night. Well, I had made it home, but yeah, I ended up in the emergency room. Had some extensive bruising, some sprains, but otherwise I'm okay. So it's kind of put me off a little bit. But anyway, here's some of the updates. We have a couple of mounts I had fooled around with, and this little Cattleya it's never done well since I had it. It did okay in water culture, or semi-hydroponic rather, but not great. So I did mount this one, and that little root tip right there is already kind of adhered to the wood, and I'm seeing some, other new growths. So hopefully this will do a little bit better now. We'll see. This is a piece of hickory, and then I have a couple of my little Brassavola nodosa babies on here. Oh yeah, I just found this laying out in the yard. Thought that could come in handy, but the dogs drag all kinds of stuff out of my husband's shop, and never know what I'm gonna find laying around. So anyway, this is my little den fowl, and it seems to be doing pretty well out here. It's pretty happy. Got some new growths here, and its little spikes aren't fabulous, but they've opened up. That one has, and I'm just like, there we go. And then that one's kind of has opened some and is opening. And this other rather nice spike, I mean, it's still the original spike from when I got this plant. I just love this little thing. It's just a really happy little plant. This too was a new growth, and it's really shot up. So yeah, a little progress there. This Brassavola nodosa got a little yellow leaf here. I don't know what's going on there, but it's trying so hard to lean, pretty successfully, I'd say. But I don't know why it shifted position in the past couple of days. But there's a little spike brewing back there, and it seems otherwise healthy out here, other than trying to escape its pot. This was a Dendrobium aggregatum. This was a little one that I had, and I just decided to stick it on this piece of clay pot. It hasn't really adhered yet, but the roots are doing well. Back there's some new ones. And this back over here. And let's see. Okay, this is wild because this little Dendrobium kingianum, well, it's the one that's got the rose quartz in it, had this new little growth. I swear on all that's holy, I think that is a keiki it's producing. I don't know. We'll just see what happens with it. My little Vanda that I had potted up in the rock, it barely has its roots in there. It seems to be doing well. It's got new growth. It's coming along nicely. Okay, the rain is really getting harder. I might have to go in. The semi-terete Vanda has, its little new growth that it's had is doing very well. And the roots are just they look fabulous. So I'm actually really surprised that I'm able to keep this one in the rock without rotting roots, because, some of my larger ones have had issues with that. This was the one that I potted last in the pot, and it has seemed to be doing pretty good. There you can see the roots. They're not rotting yet, so we'll see. And that is the one that has all the lovely aerial root growth, because every single root in the pot had rotted. But I'm just sticking with it. I'm keeping it in there. I'm hoping it'll start dropping some new roots down through that gravel. Check this out though. My Vandas, I'd moved them so that they're hanging on the shade house, and this one has a spike. So I'm excited about that. I've been concerned about the roots because I've lost some of the roots on a couple of these plants. They look bad, and it's not really getting new roots. But that one, you know, is not dying back. Ooh, sorry y'all, it's just so gross out here. This one, you know, I don't know what to do about these roots. It's just not doing well. It has spiked and flowered since I had it. But look at this. It's trying very hard to just keep rotting. I have treated it with different things in the past because this was looking so bad. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. But anyway, oh, and chicken update. Yeah, I have another chicken who is now starting to exhibit some of the symptoms that my little dove had. So I don't know what's going on in my flock, but we'll have to keep a close eye, and I have a feeling there will be another euthanasia soon. So I don't know. I'm hoping to avoid that, trying. But anyway, that's kind of the update. Oh, and it looks like my little plant here in spike, I'm hoping it's going to start opening up soon. I can't wait to see these flowers. That's my Oncidium types back there, and they seem to be doing pretty good. I haven't really fertilized anybody in the past, just a little bit. I've flushed them once, and I'm considering this a massive flush, and I probably am going to try to do a little bit of magnesium and or calcium soon, simply because that has not quite resolved. It's gotten better, but not to my satisfaction, and it's been a couple of weeks, so I think that it would probably be okay to do that. I'm seeing some of these little yellowy root tips, and I think maybe a little nitrogen might not be a bad idea as well. So, oh, and I wanted to show y'all this. I was really excited about it. If I could get to it. I'm sorry, I'm very, very sore from my little incident. Whew. And it's hard to read. Now, this I'm not so excited about because this had gotten some rot, and so I'm actually going to have to cut that off. But look, there's some new growth, new growth, new growth. So I will probably, this was a new one that I will end up cutting off, you know, but hopefully the rot will be contained. And this one, even with all of the rain, and I flushed them myself a day or two ago, it's still very thirsty. You can see how low the water is. So anyway, quick update, and I hope everybody is doing good. I'm going to try to catch up on watching videos and looking at and responding to comments. So thanks guys, talk to y'all later. Bye bye.